Welcome to Multi-Traits. This is lesson number 3, Chemistry, based on atom, element, atomic number and mass number. So, what is an atom? An atom is the smallest unit of matter that retains all of the chemical properties of an element. So, an element, for example, sodium element has got lot of sodium atoms. ഒരു സോഡിയം എലമെൻറ്റിന് ഒത്തിരി സോഡിയം ആറ്റംസ് ഉണ്ട്. അല്ലെങ്കിൽ അയൺ എലമെൻറ്റ്, അതിൻ്റെ അകത്ത് അയൺ ആറ്റംസ് ആണുള്ളത്. So an atom is the smallest unit of matter that retains all of the chemical properties of an element. ഇനി നമ്മൾ സബatomic പാർട്ടിക്കിൾസിനെ പറ്റിയാണ് പഠിക്കുന്നത്. So subatomic particles of an atom are protons, neutrons and electrons. Okay, so protons are positively charged particle and neutrons have no charge. അവരെ എവിടെ കാണാൻ പറ്റുക? Where do they find, or the location? We find them in the nucleus. So this is the nucleus. So we can find protons and neutrons in the nucleus here. Okay, and where do you find electrons? So these electrons are revolving or rotating in the shells or in the orbitals. So what is the charge of an electron? Electrons are negatively charged. So let's write. So protons, neutrons, electrons, they are all found in, so let's look at, they are positively charged. This is also this has no charge, so no positive or negative. This is negatively charged. What is the location? Protons and neutrons both in the nucleus, and this one in the orbitals. So this is also in the nucleus, this one also in the nucleus. Now look at the size. Protons and neutrons are larger and they have similar size, but electrons are very, very tiny compared to protons and neutrons. 1800, around over 1800 times smaller than either a proton or a neutron. So electrons, they are very small or very tiny. But protons and neutrons, they have similar size. So let's have a little recap. So what are atoms? Atom is the smallest unit of matter. Protons are positively charged and neutrons have no charge. Both of them are located in the nucleus. So you can find both of them in the nucleus, protons and neutrons. Electrons are tiny, and what is the charge? They are negatively charged and they are orbiting or revolving in the orbitals. So that's the basic about subatomic particles. Now let's look at the periodic table of an element. An element is a substance that is made up of only one type of atom. So if you look here, the periodic table, you can see the atomic number 1 for hydrogen and then 2 for hydrogen. So it is arranged based on the atomic number, and you can see that the atomic number is increasing from beginning and towards here. This is 100. There are more than 103 now, around 118 elements are there. Now our focus is only on the first 20 elements. So let's quickly have a look. So the first group, 2 groups, they are alkali metals. So the first one is called alkali metals, second one is called alkaline earth metals. Now group 3 to group 12, they are called transition elements because they have different characteristics, various characteristics. Then you have non-metals on this side, and you have noble gases in group 8. Now we will learn more details about each group in future, but today's focus is on identifying the atomic number, mass number, chemical name and chemical symbol. So let's look at the periodic table here. So let's look at lithium. So I'm just going to write lithium. So this is lithium here. Get another color. So let's look at lithium. So lithium has got, now you might wonder, how do I know it is lithium? So if you have your periodic table in the back of your textbook, just have a look. You will learn it gradually, and it has got 6.94 at the bottom. Now, so this is the chemical symbol, and if you look here, the first letter is capital and the second letter is I, small letter or lowercase letter. That's the representation. And the top number is the atomic number. Atomic number. And the bottom number is the mass number. So now we will look at, and that's all we can find out. Now we are going to look at what does these mean. So let's look at atomic number. So I'm going to write a number. That is, atomic number is the number of protons. Now we learned protons, the location is nucleus. Protons are positively charged. So atomic number means this number is the number of, so this number 3 means there are 3 protons. Now one thing we need to remember, if you have 3 protons, that also equals to number of electrons. So if I have atomic number 3, that means I have 3 protons and I have 3 electrons. So that is 3. Mass number means, so mass number means the number of protons plus a neutron. That is given as 7, 6.94, let's round it as 7. Does that make sense? So this together, it is 7. So we can find the number of neutrons. So if P plus N, so let's write P plus N equals 7. We know that P is 3, right? So P is given as 3. So 3 plus N equals 7. So how do I find N? Number of neutron is equal to 7. When I take this to the other side, it becomes negative. So 7 minus 3 is 4. So let's write it. So I have protons 3, electrons 3, neutrons 4. Let's look at another one. Let's look at oxygen here. Oxygen is here. Oxygen has got 8 and 15.99. So let's write oxygen is 8 and 15.99. So what is this chemical symbol? It has got only one letter. That is the chemical symbol. This is atomic number and this is mass number. So sometimes in some periodic table you can see the bigger number, mass number, is on the top and atomic number at the bottom. So in that case, don't always think that mass number is always at the bottom of the element. It can be at the top. Just look for the small number. The smallest number is always your atomic number and the bigger number is always your mass number. So now let's have a look. Again, if I know atomic number is 8, that means, so atomic number is equal to 8. What does that mean? That means I have 8 electron, that is also equal to 8 electron and 8 proton. Mass number means protons plus neutrons equals 16. So how do I find the number of neutrons? So I know atomic number, I know mass number. How do I find the number of neutron? P plus N is equal to 16, because that together we know it is 16. We know P is equal to 8. So 8 plus N equals 16. What is the next step I need to do? To find N. N is equal to 16 minus 8, that is also 8. So let's write P is equal to 8, electron is equal to 8, neutron is also 8. So that's how I find the atomic number, mass number. Alright, now let's do one more. This is for you guys to check it out. Let's look at cobalt 27 and 58.933. So let's have a look. Cobalt. Now I always remember, sometimes if you look in the periodic table, let's look at it. Potassium is not represented by P. It is represented by K because it is the... So the reason is sometimes they are derived from a Greek name or Latin name. Adondana they have different letters. Even though potassium is starting with the P, it's given as K. Okay. Sodium is S sodium, but it's given as Na because it has got a Greek name natrium. So once you start using the periodic table, you get used to that. So magnesium is M and G. Some of them have 2 letters, some of them have only 1 letter. Have a look at sodium and magnesium. Sodium, both of them, they have the first letter is capitalized and the following is small letter. But if you look here, phosphorus is P. That might be the reason that potassium has got K, because they want to identify it. Silicon is S, chlorine has got C and little lowercase l. So if I have 2 elements like let's say if I have lithium N, what does that mean? So this compound means I have lithium and nitrogen. See, nitrogen is only with 1 N. Makes sense? So the first 2. So if I have another one, so let's say lithium and so you can identify that this is representing one element, this is another element, because how do I identify that? Because the second letter is small case here, that means this is one element. The second one also has a smaller letter, that means that's one element. So that's how we identify whether we are represented one element or 2 elements or 3 elements. Okay, and again it is internationally accepted. So IUPAC nomenclature, that means wherever you go, whether it's in India or Germany or America or Australia or Japan or wherever you go, the periodic table and its convention or how we use are always the same. Alright, so I hope that makes sense. So let's do one more. As I said, cobalt 27 and 59. Cobalt. So this is for you guys. Cobalt 50. Sorry, I think I forgot 27 and 59. So I'm going to put it like this: 57.8 and 27. Am I right? 27 and 58.9. Sorry guys. Okay, so that's 58. You might think, why did I put it on the top? So let's say 59. How do I identify my atomic number? I always look for the smallest number out of these 2. Which is my smallest number? This one. So that's my atomic number. This is my mass number. This is the chemical symbol, right? That's the chemical symbol, and we know the name is cobalt because the capital C and little o. But if I have like this, what does that mean? This means this is carbon and this is oxygen, because both of them are capitalized and they are 2 different elements. And here you can see one is capital and one is small o. That means we are representing one element. Okay, so let's look at the number of proton. Number of proton is 27. That means number of electron is also 27. And how many number of neutron is 59 minus 27. That's my answer. Okay. So 59 minus 27, that's 32. I have 32 neutrons. Okay. All right, that's for today. So if you like some other lessons, or if you think you need some more help, please send a message. I know and I will be able to help you out. Okay, so don't get stuck. Chemistry is fun and easy to learn, and also if you learn chemistry, you have a lot of your career options are more. So this is very simple. If you learn it systematically, you will definitely have wide career options, especially related to medicine and stuff like that. So enjoy learning, and let me know if you need further help. Thank you.